Okay, here I am at the back of Ottawa Wildlife Refuge. It's on a Sunday. It's kind of hanging out, kind of chilling, enjoying what we got left of summer. There's already the middle of July, and we've got like some eagles over here. We got one, and that's not a surprise. We got one there. Got one there, and one there. Okay, so this is kind of how it looks like and everything. Anyways, I'm going to tell stories about what I do when I've done everything. I mean, years and years and years ago, well, not that long, but it's probably maybe 20 years ago, about 25. I'd say you'd have to drive like probably hour and a half, 2 hours to actually see to see an eagle, because there just wasn't that many. Probably about 25. Probably in the 90s, yeah. You'd have to drive like that because you couldn't see any. And it's like I would drive all the way up to Michigan and all the way out Route 2 to Route 6 to Old Woman Creek and stuff like that. And you had to drive because that's how you had to do it. And so now it's pretty cool that you can see them all over the place. It's pretty cool. This is my swamp. I still have to find where that swamp is. The rainforest is in Ohio. There's a rainforest in Ohio, so I have to find that. I forgot. That's the eagles talking. And that's a bullfrog. You can hear it over here. What's up? What's up? I don't know. It's stupid people. But yeah, anyways, these people are sitting over here. They're blocking the whole road. You're not supposed to do that here. Anyways, go to Old Woman Creek, and you had to go there like in the early spring. What do you want? The early spring thing about that is you had to go. You had to go in this one area. You had to lean way over, like way over. Luckily, there was like a railing there. You had to lean way over to get a picture of the eagles, to see them, And that was kind of rough, I mean, because you had to lean and you had to make sure you didn't fall and all this other stuff. It was kind of rough, but you had to do that. And that was like, I don't know, hour and a half away or something like that. You had to drive, and like I said, you had to walk down this thing and everything, and it was pretty crazy and stuff. These people are gonna be leaving. I'm just going in my car to pull up the windows. But yeah, you had to go and you had to do all that stuff and everything. You had to do that because you that's how you got to see it. Let me see if I can pull up the window. I want to pull it up so I don't get no dust in it. And that's how you did it. And that's exactly how you did it. You went, you had to go and you had to lean way over this railing, and when you leaned over, you could see it. But before all the trees had leaves and stuff, that's how you got to see it. Or you had to go Sun Lake, Port Michigan, had to go all the way up there, which kind of on the border, so they could drive up there. But that was quite a distance to go up there, and hopefully seeing something that you may or may not see. And so that's exactly what you had to do at the time. That's what you had to do at the time, is to get there, and you had to do all that stuff, and that's how you got to, hey babies, what's going on? And so that's how you had to see them. And then when they started bringing them back, that was really, really good. I didn't drive that far because I didn't you're driving and you had, like I said, you only in Old Woman Creek, you could only do it at the beginning of spring before the leaves got on the trees, and then that was it. You were done. You weren't seeing nothing, and just the whole leaning thing was like, oh shit. But I mean, that was what you had to do what you had to do to see what you wanted to see, and it was quite a little. There's a little egret going over, but you had to do what you had to do to see what you wanted to see, and you had to make that drive. And I've actually driven to nimisilia Reservoir to see a brown-footed booby, which we always heard about the blue-footed booby when we were younger, and we always talked about it. Me and my sister were little. We go, oh, a booby, because we were kids, and ooh, the name booby, because it was weird that a bird was called a booby, And we knew what a blue-footed booby looked like because we've seen it on nature shows, but it was just really weird. They were naming it, but they had a brown-footed booby. At Nimisilia, I had a vacation day that day. I took off and I went. And I put on the Facebook that one guy's like, why are you driving that far to see it? Because I want to. And some woman actually helped me out, gave me her number, told me, where to go and everything like that. I think it was during 2020. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was 2020, I think. It was the summer of 2020, which we were still kind of crazy about everything, but we were masking and all this stuff like that. So that's what we did. Anyway, so that's what we did. And I did get to see it. Unfortunately, the next week on a Friday, which this was a Friday a week later, somebody found a wing, which, because boobies are not around this area, like in Florida, stuff like that. And that's what happened. And this bird got hit because they seen a peregrine chasing it and something else. I think a great horned owl. And that's kind of what happened. But yeah, so I did get to see it. It was kind of interesting to see a bird with duck-like feet sitting in a tree. It was a snag, these are snags or dead trees. But a lot of birds use them as perches to hunt or something like that, or just sit there. So it was pretty cool. So that was a couple of my little things. I'm gonna get off here right now. I'll play some music from my Eagles friends up here and jam a little bit, and I'll be back on with another story. Peace out.